We all have to leave this world. Many people indulge themselves in many dances in this world, and they do a lot of hypocrisy. They indulge, and whatever they do it for their own food. They do it for their own survival. You want the benefit for yourself, then what you must first do is you must seek out the Guru. Then what you must do is you have to look upon this creation through the Guru's teachings, and you have to see this play. Don't waste your life away, because this life is going to go away in front of our eyes. We give a child a computer and we say go and do homework with that, but the child goes and just plays games on the computer. He's not using that laptop or the computer for what the parents intended it for it to be. But Pyaro, we are given a wealth as well. This wealth is the wealth of our swas, the wealth of our breaths. We must use and spend these breaths valuably. सतनाम श्री वाहिगुरु साहिब जी। आसा महला चौथा। गुरमुख ढूंढ ढूंढेंदियां हर सज्जन लद्दा राम राजे। कंचन काया कोट गढ़ विच हर हर सिद्धा। हर हर हीरा रतन है मेरा मन तन विद्या। तुर भाग वड्डे हर पाया नानक रस गुद्दा। सलोक महला पहला। घड़ियां सब्बे गोपियां पहर कन गोपाल। गहने पौन पानी बैसंतर चंद सूरज अवतार। सगली धरती माल तन वर्तन सर्ब जंजाल। नानक मुसै ज्ञान विहूणी खाए गया जमकाल। महला पहला। वायन चेले नचन गुर पैर हलायन फेरन सिर। उड उड रावा झाटै पाए वेखै लोक हसै कर जाए। रोटियां कारण पूर है ताल आप पछाड़ है धरती नाल। गावन गोपियां गावन कान गावन सीता राजे राम। निरभव निरंकार सच नाम जाका किया सगल जहान। सेवक सेवह कर्म चढ़ाओ पिन्नी रैन जिना मन चाओ। सिखी सिखिया गुर विचार नदरी कर्म लगाए पार। कोलू चरखा चक्की चक थलवा रोले बहुत अनंत। लाटू मादानियां अनगाह पंखी पौंदिया लैन ना साह। सूए चाड़ पवाइयह जंत नानक पौंदिया गणत न अंत। बंधन बंद पवाए सोए पयै किरत नचै सब कोय। नच नच हसह चलह से रोए उड न जाही सिद्ध न होए। नचन कुदन मन का चाओ नानक जिन मन पाओ तिना मन पाओ। पौड़ी। नाओ तेरा निरंकार है नाए लिया नरक ना जाइयै। जियो पिंड सब तिस दा दे खाजै आख गवाइयै। जे लोड़ है चंगा आपना कर पुन्नो नीच सदाइयै। जे जरवाना पर हरै जर वेस करे दी आइयै। को रह न परियै पाइयै को रह न परियै पाइयै। वाहिगुरु जी का खालसा वाहिगुरु जी की फतेह। Guru Pyari Sad Sangat Ji. Today Sache Pacha has blessed us with this opportunity, this blessed time to be able to do vichar of the fifth pauri of Tan Tan Shri Guru Nanak Dev Ji Sache Pacha's written pauriyan Shri Asa Di Vaar. And like we discussed before, Pyareo, the shants are written by Guru Ramdas Ji Sache Pacha. And today the second shant. So in previous four pauriyan we've read the four pade which concludes the very first chant, but now today we'll read Asa Mahalla Chautha, meaning that now the second chant is about to begin. In this Pauri Pyareo, Sache Pacha explains to us that in this world, in this entire game of this creation, we all have to leave this world. Many people indulge themselves in many dances in this world, and they do a lot of hypocrisy. They indulge, and whatever they do it for their own food. They do it for their own survival. Everybody is trying to survive in this world. But when we turn dharmic actions, when we turn religion or we turn spirituality into hypocrisy, not only are we wasting our life away, but we are also making a play out of those great beings, out of those great avatars and Mahapurush, those great saints, which have taught a lot of great things to great people and taught spirituality in this world. And then on side from that, not only are we making a hypocrisy of that, but also we are turning ourselves away from what the truth is, and we are indulging ourselves in such a play where even by doing these righteous actions, we do them through home, so we make ourselves more engulfed in such an act where whenever we want to do dharma again in our life, it ends up being a pakhand. So pyaro, let's not do pakhand. Sache Pacha is here trying to teach us that if you want to have your pala, if you want to do something great in your life, you want the benefit for yourself, then what you must first do is you must seek out the Guru. Then what you must do is you have to look upon this creation through the Guru's teachings, and you have to see this play and then not indulge in the false plays. Truly do seva of the Guru. Do great actions, connect to Naam, and don't waste your life away, because this life is going to go away in front of our eyes. Our bodies are going to get old. White hair is going to come. And our skin is going to get wrinkly. So pyareo, first Guru Ramdas Ji Sache Pacha, they explain to us, Asa Mahalla Chautha, gurmukh dtoondtendia, har sajjan ladda Raam raje. That they say, I was searching around in this entire world, firt prabh aya, parya to sarnai. That I wandered through this entire world. Sometimes I went to the south, sometimes I went and my own rishtedar turned me away. My friends, my family, everybody who was there in the city of Lahore, whoever was there in the city of Basurke, whoever even was there and saw me during the city of Goindwal Sahib, everybody there, they all turned their back. But wherever I went, I searched and searched, but when I found my true Guru, my true friend, there are many relationships that we create in the world. We have friends, family, brothers, sisters, colleagues. But this relationship with my Guru, it's like searching for that one friend that I was searching for. So Sache Pacha is saying that I found my true friend, which knows me in and out completely. I've given myself, shared all my secrets to that friend of mine. Gurmukh dtoondtendia, har sajjan ladda Raam raje. I found my blessed, beloved Akal Purkh, the one that is permeating through this entire world, that king of this entire world, oh my beloved friend. Kanchan kaya kotgad, which har siddha. And once upon meeting my true friend of this, Kanchan kaya kotgad, my entire body has turned into pure gold. This body fortress of mine, which fights these vakars, which was fighting in this world and facing struggles before, now this fortress of my body has now turned into pure gold, just like we read in the first slok of Shri Asa Di Vaar, Kanchan so vinna. We read in the very first shand. Here Sache Pacha is explaining that as well. Kanchan kaya kotgar. When I met my Guru, my entire body turned into 100% pure gold. Kanchan kaya kotgar, which har siddha, and inside of this 100% pure gold. Why is it called gold? Because it's pure, it's shining, it's valuable. Because this darkness, this ignorance is not valuable. The true light of Paramatma is the only thing. Naam is valuable. Therefore, Naam is now residing in each and every vein, each and every cell, each and every hair follicle of my body. There's nothing but Naam. That's why it's shining pure gold. It's pure Akal Purkh that's permeating through this body. Which har siddha. And now that name of Akal Purkh shines through, is now sitting inside of this fortress. And this fortress now protecting that Harida Naam from the surrounding Vikas, the vices of this world. Har Hira Ratan hai. This Hira, Akal Purkh's name, Akal Purkh's Naam, is like a jewel. Akal Purkh is a jewel, the most priceless. Sai Naam Amol Keem na koi jaan do. Then nobody in this world is able to explain what The jewel of Akal Purkh is like what the value of Naam is. Har Hari Hira Ratan hai. It's like such a valuable jewel. Mera manatan vidya, and it's pierced me. Just like an arrow pierces through my mind and through my heart. This diamond is like an arrow that's pierced through my heart, is pierced through my mind, and has shattered my mind. It shattered my intellect. It shattered all my thinking. Left with this wonderstruck. I'm left with this state of bismad, this wondrousness. What else can I say? Turpag vade har paya. How did I attain this hira? How did I attain these blessings? Through vade pag. Through my past actions, which I've struggled. I've gone through this entire creation of 8.4 million lives. I've wandered around, but now in this human life, I've attained you. I've done great actions. I must have done something good in my life, Pyareo. Now I've found my Guru. I've been blessed with the opportunity to sit with my Guru, to be blessed with the Hari's Naam. Turpa Gavade Har Paya. Now I've been blessed to find my Akal Purkh, Nanak Ras Gudda, and that ras, that flavor, and now is now permeating through my entire body. I'm experiencing that Akal Purkh, the ras, the flavor, the nectar, the ecstasy of that Paramatma only because I found my Guru. Pyareo, when we find our Guru, we understand what true ras is. We understand what true flavor is. So we don't go into the false flavors of this world. And we don't go into this thinking that we want to keep our body. We don't go and waste our lives. We end up using this life for what is meant to be used for. We give a child a computer and we say, go and do homework with that. But the child goes and just plays games on the computer. He's not using that laptop or the computer for what the parents intended it for it to be. The parents give a child money and say, go to the store and buy me carrots. The child goes to the store, buys a bunch of candy and comes home. But the child did not do what it was intended to do with that money. But Pyara, we are given a wealth as well. This wealth is the wealth of our swas, the wealth of our breaths. We must use and spend these breaths valuably. But when the time comes to go at the end of this body, Sache Pacha says, Ko rahe na pariya paiya. When the scale of all your breaths has now been full, when you have no more breaths left, the time will come when you have to go. Pyara, this is part of Hukam. But don't waste this life. Guru Nanak Dev Ji now is explaining to us. If you want to experience this ras, you must first look upon this world, which we read in the previous body, Vasamad, Anad, Vasamad, Ved. And also, the next body that Guru Nanak Dev Ji explains, that look, everything is living within the fear. Everything is state of Paramatma because my Maharaj is working through that. And here Sache Pacha is saying that look, if you look upon this, you won't indulge in many other plays. Sache Pacha is saying, the question was asked with Guru Nanak Dev Ji sitting and Sheikh Brahm and many of other people sitting there. They said, hey Guru Nanak Dev Ji, Sache Pacha, there's a rasleela. There's a ramleela, a great street play that is about to happen over there. Wouldn't it be great for us to go see this wondrous play? Pyara, we in our lives, we go out into this world and we try to see many different movies, these plays. Then we go and we want to hear different songs. And then we want to go and we want to spend times in social events. We want to see fireworks. We want to see all of these different things, these plays. We want to travel and do all these great things in this world. We want to see different sites, take selfies and post them on our Instagrams. But pyareo, akhin dekhna rajiyan bahrang tamase. That if you look upon this world, your eyes will never get tired of looking. You can be looking in this world and whatever you see, you won't get tired of it. I was sitting with one of my great teachers one day, who I see as a Mahapurkh. And while sitting there, he was at a very old age. And while sitting in the middle of the night, he told me, he's like, I want to watch a Mike Tyson fight. And I said, Babaji, it's the middle of the night. It's 12 o'clock a.m. We must wake up in a couple of hours because the rest of the Singhs that are living in the house with us, they're going to wake up and they're going to start reading Bani. They're going to look at us and say, well, look, these people are just sitting here and they were watching movies all night. And he says, no, I want to watch Mike Tyson fight. So I put it on YouTube and I sat down just because Babaji said. And when the Mike Tyson fight was happening, it was Mike Tyson versus Muhammad Ali, this great boxing match. And he would say, look at their great bodies. Look at how he hits. Look at that fight. Look how people are cheering. And I say, yeah, that's a great thing. But in the back of my mind, I was like, what's going on? Because Babaji would never, ever tell us to do this. So then as he's watching, he looks to me and he's like, and he says that, you know what? We must stop looking at this play now. We must stop watching this TV now. While he's staring at me, then he says, oh no. My eyes have just looked again. And then he turns his face away from the TV and he looks towards the TV again. And he says, no, my eyes have looked towards the TV again. And he says, I must control my mind. I was just looking at him. And I was saying, he's trying to teach me something. Then he looks at the TV again. He's like, oh my God, my eyes looked. And then he looks to me and says, Akhin dekhne rajiyan bahu rang tamase. That these eyes, when they look towards this world, the tamashi, the plays of this world, they'll never get tired. But if you look upon this world, you will waste your entire life away and not to see the true power, true shakti, the true play that this world is actually playing. The true street play this world is playing. Sometimes we look upon these plays and we miss out on the actual wondrousness. Sache Pacha here is explaining to us that what is this point of seeing all of these street plays and all these plays and movies and all of these things and all these songs and go to social events. That's really what Sache Pacha is saying. Pyaro, to understand Asa Di Vaar, we must rise above our own opinions and our own comforts. Sometimes these words hurt. Sometimes these go against the things that we've been doing our entire life, the whole way that we've created our social life. But Sache Pacha condemns a lot of these things, Pyaro. They say, don't lose yourself in that. Focus on the truth. If you focus on just these false entanglements, you will become and you will just get entangled in that false and you won't be able to truly experience that true ras. Nanak ras gudda that Sache Pacha is explaining. Maharaj explains, why would I want to go and see that false play? I want to see the true play. The question is asked, what is this true play? And Guru Nanak Dev Ji Sache Pacha, they say, Salok Mahalla Pehla, Kadiyan Sabbe Gopiyan, Peher Kan Gopal. Because the question was asked, because in that street play, there are many Gopiyan, there's Krishna, there's the Gwale, the Gopals. But in this street play of this entire world that you're speaking about, who is Krishna? Who are the Gopiyan? And Guru Nanak Dev Ji explains that Kadiyan Sabbe Gopiyan. That look, a Kadi, Pyareo, is a time, a measurement of time, which equals to about 24 minutes. It is 1/16 of our day. Kadiyan Sabbe Gopiyan. Peher Kan Gopal. That the Kadiyan, the 24-hour minute measurements of time, which we can just say to about half an hour, they are the Gopiyan. This time, these Kadiyan are revolving around and they're dancing. This is what the Gopiyan used to do. So the milkmaids, Gopiyan are milkmaids that used to go and they used to play with the Gopals and Krishna. They used to have these wondrous plays. Krishna would dance, the Gopiyan would dance, and the Gopals, they would dance as well. They would go and do their tasks of taking the milk and delivering it. But while doing this work of theirs, while doing this kirt of theirs, they would always indulge in many plays. And they would play as they were all children. And this dance is being taken onto the streets, and many people are dancing. Sache Pacha is saying that, look, in this world, the Gopiyan, what is revolving around Krishna, what is revolving around the Gopals, these half an hour time scales of these Kadiyan are all going around these Gopals. Because what is time dancing around in this world is dancing around the sun. Krishna is an avatar. The sun is explained in this salok as to be an avatar. The earth is revolving around the sun. The moon is revolving around the earth. All the rest of the planets revolve around the sun. Because of the way the earth revolves and rotates, that is what dictates day and night. Because of how long it takes the earth to revolve around the sun, that's what dictates months and years. But Sache Pacha is saying that, look, these half an hours, these hours, these pehers, because the peher are the Gopals. Peher is 1/8 of the day, which equates up to 3 hours through the day, which we say atte peher. So these pehers and these Kadiyan, they're revolving around this day. What do you mean revolving? Because when 1 hour finishes, the next hour comes. The next 1 minute finishes, the next minute comes. When one day finishes, the next day comes. When the sun we see goes down, the sun comes up again. It's rotating, it's revolving. They're dancing around. Isn't time dancing? Because it comes and it goes. When something is revolving, it goes again and again and again. And Guru Nanak Dev Ji is saying that, look, time is just revolving around. It's dancing. Aren't these pairs, aren't these kadiyan, aren't they like milkmaids and milk herders, cow herders? Aren't they just dancing around and revolving around Krishna, just like the play of rasleela? And everyone says, yes, it is. And they say, look at this wondrous dance of my Paramatma. Kadiyan sabbe gopiyan, pehar kan gopal, gehne paun pani basantar, chand suraj avatar. The question was asked, but these milkmaids and these people that dance on the street plays, they wear many jewelry, they wear many gehne. They dress themselves up. What is the dress? What is the shingar? What are these jewels of this world? And Guru Nanak Dev Ji says, Gehne paun pani basantar chand suraj avatar. The sun and the moon are the avatars. Time revolves around this. All of the time, all of the kadiyan and the gopiyan, all of the pehars, they revolve around the sun and the moon. And what is the shingar? When the earth turns away from the sun, then night comes and the temperature drops. When the earth is further away from the sun, then we call that winter time. When our hemisphere is facing more towards the sun, then we call that summertime. There are many months and seasons created throughout this. If we split these up into 3 different categories, if we split the 12 months into 3 different categories, Sache Pacha explains, Chet, Vaisakh, Jet, Hard, that these 4 first months of the year, there is a lot of heat. So in this heat, many people like a cool breeze. It is not that hot, but just like a little cool breeze feels very comfortable. It makes people happy. That is what they desire, is a cool breeze, this wind, this paun, that becomes the gehna. Then when there's pani in the next 4 seasons, Saun, Bhadon, Asu, Katak, the next 4 months, it is very, very hot. Extremely hot. Nobody wants just a breeze anymore. People want water. People are dying for water. So therefore, whenever somebody receives water, that becomes the greatest gehna, the greatest jewel. That becomes the greatest jewelry that you can get. That becomes the gehna. Then in the winter months, when you have Magar, Poh, Mag, Fagan, when you have these winter months, nobody wants cool breezes. Nobody wants cold water anymore. No, they want fire. Basantar. This becomes your gehna. So if you look at the seasons, if you look at time, if you look at the way the world is working and revolving around this Chand Suraj avatar, everything is working and they have their own comforts and they all have their own benefits. They have their own pleasures. These are the gehne. Gehne, paun, pani, basantar. If you look at it, the paun, pani, basantar, look at these elements. They, upon this tarti, they are working. Somebody is going and drinking the water. Somebody is using this wind to do something. Somebody is using fire to do many different tasks. Aren't these your gehne? These 5 elements you get are also is what the world is created with, but they also are used within this world for many benefits. Look at this wondrous play. Chand Suraj Avatar, Sagli Tarti Mal Tan. That look upon this world. Vartan Sarab Janjal. On this world, there is a play happening. Upon this Tarti itself, there is a lot of wealth. This tarti creates wealth. The gold, the silvers, the money, the amazing diamonds and the jewels and rubies and emeralds, they're pulled out of this earth. All other metals that we use and we sell, anything that we create and we sell for wealth, all of that is coming out of this tarti. Where does wood come from? We create a chair. It comes from the wood which comes from the earth. Where does metal come from? It comes from ores which come from the earth. Anything that you create, that you're giving to this world and you're claiming it to be yours, that you're claiming it a business out of, you're making a business out of, nothing of it is actually yours. Everything is Paramatma's. Sagli tarti, mal tan, all wealth, all property are coming from this earth itself. Vartan sarb janjal, and whoever starts using it, people create businesses out of it. Look, even money comes and goes. That is going in a cycle. People are selling and buying, and whoever entangles themselves in such a way, and they forget that nothing in this world is actually ours. They start using this and they start claiming that this world is ours, this property is mine. Vartan sarb janjal, this turns into a great entanglement. This turns into a trap, pyareo. We must recognize that this is just a world, this is just a game, how this world works. Sache Pacha then explains, Nanak Museh Gyan mein honi khaye gaya jamakal, that in this way, Museh meaning or lutte gaye. Nanak Museh Gyan mein honi, they get looted. Those people that get trapped in this way, Gyan mein honi, without this Gyan, the teaching of the Guru, they get looted of all of this gyan. They can't truly understand the true wondrous play. They get entangled in the other things. Khaye gaya jamakal. And when they have no enlightenment, they have no gyan, they have no brahm gyan, they have no brahm drishti. They don't see Paramatma, they don't experience the ras of Paramatma. Khaye gaya jamakal. Time will come and eat them. They will get destroyed by their own sins and actions that they do. And when they have to go and face Dharmaraj, they're jamakal, the messengers of death. There they will beat them and they will eat them. Pyareo, in this way, Pyare Sache Pacha explains, be aware of this. This is not to scare us, but this is to us to make us aware, like a warning, that this is what is about to come. This is what the true danger is. Just like you teach a child that when you cross the road, you must cross in this way. A car can come and it will be dangerous. Therefore, you don't want to jaywalk. You don't want to cross the road when cars are coming. Just like that, Sache Pacha is explaining to us that, hey, my beloved, if you want to truly experience rust, don't get trapped in these entanglements, because ida natija aya, this is the consequence out of that. Sache Pacha now goes forward. Here Sache Pacha explaining, Sache Pacha, we bow down and we sacrifice ourselves for this wondrous play of yours. But now Sache Pacha, here in the next one, they're explaining to us that there is a true play, but there is also a false play. Just like those people, Khaye gaya jamakal, the vartan sarb janjal. In this tarti, there are traps, but many people have been lost in those traps. But they still carry this name of spirituality and dharm. But how is it turned into hypocrisy, pyareo? This is explaining a rasleela. But pyareo, I want you to take this salok and I want you to put it upon yourself. I'm going to take this salok and I'm going to put it upon myself and say, are we doing this pakhand that Sache Pacha is explaining to us? Guru Pacha Sache Pacha Guru Nanak Dev Ji says, Vain chille nachan gur pair halayen feran sir. That look at those people that are going and dancing on the streets. The question was asked, but those people, but they're dancing and they're singing. What happens? What is the natija? What comes out of their dancing and singing? Sache Pacha says, Vain chille, that look at those disciples of those gurus, these false gurus that have no actual spiritual enlightenment themselves. They're just going and they're trying to trick the world. They're doing it for their own food, to fill their own stomach. Look, their disciples, they just play the vajje. They play the songs, they beat the drums. This is what the chelle do. They play all the instruments. They play the chimte, they play the drums. Vaana chelle, nachan gur. And the Guru dances. The Guru dances in such a way, everybody is singing and dancing and people are looking at the Guru dancing. Because this person may be dressed up as Krishna, as the Guru, may be dressed up as Raam. And the Guru is dancing, the chelle are playing. Pair halayen feran sir. And what is the Guru doing? He's dancing, he's moving his feet all over, running around in circles, running across the street. And feran sir. And he's shaking his head in all directions. And as he shakes his head, as he's moving his feet, he's putting on this play. The disciples are playing the drums and dancing and they're singing. Pyareo, look at this. Sache Pacha, even in Gurbani, they explain to us, Ek gavate man saadh na paye, home vich gave, birtha jai. Even some people sing. I want you to take this and I want to put it in our practical perspective. We sing many things. Even we may be doing kirtan. Many people sing, But if they're doing it just to show and fill their own stomach, pyare, what is that? Does that singing do? Sache Pacha explains. Ek gavate man sadhana pae, home vich gave birtha jai. That singing and home, they don't experience that true ras, that true anand, that Paramatma. They don't experience that blessings. Keep in mind, this blessing, this anand comes from Guru's kirpa. Somebody could be singing, somebody else could be saying, oh, that person has such a beautiful voice, that person has such a beautiful tune, that person has so many followers, that person has so many people sitting and listening to their kirtan, so many people sing with that person, so many people follow that person and share their tracks. Pero if all of that is done in home, birtha jai, it means absolutely nothing to Paramatma. That person doesn't experience anything. Vayan chele nachan gur. Pair halayan fear and said, you could be a jathedar of your organization. You could be the jathedar of your samparda. You could be anything that you want, a leader of whatever. You could have all your followers telling you that you are great and they're dancing and singing. But if you are just doing it to fill your own stomach and you have no enlightenment, to see you're doing it for lok dikhava, then what are you actually taking out of it? This is what is going on. Pair halayan Firan said, he's falselessly, uselessly just shaking his hands and moving his head. True koi asal de vich koi anand aa nahi reha. Ud rava chatta pae. And what ends up happening is when he's dancing, he's moving his feet, the dust from the ground starts coming into the air. The same mitti that guru is dancing upon, the mitti starts being fallen and coming into that chatta pai, falling into their hair. The person falls on the ground. When he falls on the ground, the mitti falls on the head. Pyareo, vikha lok hasa kar jaye. And what are the people that are looking upon this dance? They look and they're saying, wow, what a wondrous act. What a funny display. People are only coming because they want to see the comedy in it. They want to see just the tamasha. Vikha lok hasa kar jaye. They come, they see all these foolish people dancing around, people playing the drums, and they see the tamasha and they go home. Pyareo, kai veri idda hundaya. You see this in our world. Many people, some people, they sing and they dance, and they may be even singing spiritual things. Because remember, these people are not singing and dancing anything else. They're singing and dancing in the name of Krishna and Raam. They're singing and dancing in the name of God. Pero sometimes we sing and we move around and we put on many displays. People come and they see the tamasha. They don't come for the true essence. They don't come and listen to the Gurbani and the Gurbani meanings. They don't come and listen to the true Tat Gurmat and the true discipline that Guru Sahib Sache Pacha is explaining. No, they say, wow, what a wondrous play. Many people were there. We ate samosa, we ate chaat. We went to the Nagar Kirtan, we saw lots of people there and we went home. Pyareo, vikha lok hasa kar jaye. People come, they see the display, they say, wow, it was great. They took selfies, great, and they went home. Vikha lok hasa kar jaye. This is all becomes a pakhand because what are those people truly just taking out? They don't attain anything. They listen to the beats, they listen to the tunes, and they walk away. Pyareo, this may be a hard bachan. This may be very difficult to listen to. And for me to say, Rotiyan karan pura hai taal. Those gurus, those people that were singing and dancing and putting on this display, they're attracting people. They don't care if anybody takes the true essence or not. They don't care if somebody connects to Paramatma or not. They don't care because they're not enlightened themselves. They don't see that the people need to get out of entanglements because they're in the entanglements themselves. Why are they singing and dancing? Not to sing praises of Akal Purkh, because they're singing in home. They're singing it for their own need. Home vich gave birtha jai. They're singing in this home, but it's for no use at all. When they sing and they dance, nach tappa hai, bahut dukh paave hai. They sing and they dance. But what do they actually attain? They only attain dukh. Because when they fall, they jump on the ground, mitti goes in, and they shake their heads, their arms and hands, and their neck hurts a lot after. They only do it to those people that actually come and they give them money. Rotiyan karan pura hai taal. But because when those people don't give them money, those people even cry after. They said, we sung and danced, we put our bodies in through such pain. We didn't even get any money out of that. What was the point? Pyareo, if you do dharmic actions, even if you go after and you say, we're only going to do this act because we're going to gain money through that. Pyareo, ye ho gaya rotiyan karan pura hai taal. You're saying we're only going to do katha because we are going to get this much stage peta arve pyareo rotiyan karan pura hai taal. You're only doing this act because you want to make those rotiyan come into your house and you want to eat them. You want the rotiyan to be cooked in your house. So you have atta coming into your home. You have money so you can feed yourself and feed your family. Rotiyan kara pura tal. You go out and you serve other people. But you are only doing it to show people so people donate to your charity. Pyareo rotiyan karan pura tal. What is your true intention? It's different if you have the true intention. Pyareo, I'm not condemning any of these acts. Do not take this the wrong way. You are doing the true action, but do it with the right intention, my love. Do it with the right intention, oh my beloved, my Guru is saying. When you do it with the right intention, the Guru blesses you. They see your true actions. Hamri bedan har prabh jana. Sache Pacha knows everything, all of the pains inside of our hearts. So Sache Pacha knows our intentions. Rotiyan karan pura tal. You could be singing many songs. You could be singing dharmic geets. You could be saying that I'm singing this song, and the reason why I'm not connecting to my Guru, the reason why I'm not keeping my dadi, the reason why I'm not keeping my dastar is because I want to sing this dharmic song. Pyareo, do not take this the wrong way. You tire Ramal and you're saying that this is the dharmic action, rotiyan karan pura tal. Because if you really wanted to sing the praise of God, you would be living that Gursikhi yourself. You would be keeping your dada. You would be singing the kirtan of your Guru. You wouldn't be going and singing on one side with a whole bunch of lachar girls and singing in palaces and singing songs and making girls dance. And on the other side, you're saying that I'm going to sing a dharmic geet as well. Pyareo, this is pakhand. You're saying that so you can find that other agenda so people follow you on that side as well. Sure, your intention must be that I also want to do a little bit of Sikhi, but really, you are doing that through home. Tusi asal vich Guru de geet gao, or else you vain chille nitren gur. People share your videos on Instagram. People say that the person has a great voice. This person does a lot of great vichars, and you are pumping that. You are marketing. You know this world in marketing better than I do, pyareo. A lot of this marketing is just there. Rotiyan karan pura tal pa pyareo. Nowadays, even in these actions, we say that we must do these things because this is the way the charity works. This is professional. Pyareo, professional means going and working according to what a profession is. If your profession is singing the kirti of the Guru, then your profession must be that you must sing it through love. That is being professional. If you are saying that my profession is doing the Katha of Gurbani, then you must do it by living it and acting upon it as well. And your jivan becomes parchar. You must be doing it with the true love and intention of actually helping the world. And helping and furthering the mission of the Khalsa and mission of the Panth. If you are not furthering the mission of the Panth and you're doing it for your home, then rotiyan karan pura tal pyareo. This is very hard to understand. Do all of these things with the right intention, not with the wrong intention. This world and the Western world, pachmi soch, it is all about marketing, media, business, economics. Within this entanglement, you must find that right intention. Work through this world. Don't get lost in these other actions because it's just rotiyan karan pura tal. Everybody is going out, running their business, running their professionalism, running their charities, doing all of these things for their own benefit, pyareo. Let's not get into that race. Let's truly see things which are actually for our own benefit. Pyareo, again, I make the request. I'm not saying don't do righteous actions. You must do the righteous actions. You must help other people. You must go out and do dharmic actions. But do them with the right intention. Gavan gopiyan gavan kaan gavan sita raje Raam. These people, they even sing of the gopiyan kaan. Because the question was asked to Guru Nanak Dev Ji, but hey Sache Pacha, why would we condemn these? They're singing of great beings of avatars. They're singing of Krishna. They're singing of the Gopiya. They're even singing of Sita and Ramchandra Ji. They are actually doing kirtan. They're doing praise. Rab de gun gaunde a. But Guru Nanak Dev Ji says, Gavan Gopiya, Gavan Khan, Gavan Sita, Raje Ram. ਤੁਸੀਂ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੇ ਗੁਣ ਗਾਉਂਦੇ ਆ, but ਪਿਆਰਿਓ, you must live up to those actions. You can be singing of Guru Nanak. You can be singing of Guru Gobind Singh Ji ਸੱਚੇ ਪਾਤਸ਼ਾਹ. You can be singing of Bhagat Farid, Bhagat Kabir. ਪਰ ਜੇ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਅਸਲ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੇ ਜੀਵਨ ਅਪਣਾਉਂਦੇ ਨਹੀਂ, they are singing of all of these things. But they are making a mockery out of it. Why? Because look, when they sing of Ramchandra, they don't actually inside of their hearts have any respect for Ramchandra Ji. When they sing of Shri Krishna Ji, they don't actually have any love for the Gopi and Krishna Ji. And the more they dance, the more the pakhand that they do of this, the more ashardak, the more value they lose for the love of those great beings. Because they think, you know what? I am Ramchandra Ji, I'm singing, people are praising me, you know what? This is what it is. Pyaro, sometimes people start doing the Katha of Gurbani and people start praising them. And people think that, you know what, this is what spirituality is, I don't need to do. So they start changing things and they start condemning what Gurbani is. Kai vari Maharaj ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੀ ਮਤ ਇੱਥੇ ਤੱਕ ਇਦਾਂ ਘੁਮਾ ਦਿੰਦਾ ਆ. And they start condemning what Gurbani is saying. Because they think, I've experienced it all, this is what it is. They can't be anything more. So they start cutting off things. That Paramatma can't do this. This couldn't have happened. Guru Nanak Dev Ji couldn't have done this. They are singing of these things, but they lose all of the Sharda. Gavan Gopiya, Gavan Khan, Gavan Sita, Raje Ram, Nirpo Nirankar Sach Naam. This only true value is found not by singing of Krishna and Ram and the Gopiya. It is found through singing Nirpo Nirankar Sach Naam. That's how you attain the true fearlessness and get rid of this hypocrisy. How do you attain enlightenment? Nirpau Nirankar Sach Naam, Jaka Kiya Sagal Jahan, Jine Sari Srishti Saji, the one that is working throughout this entire creation. Nirpau Nirankar Sach Naam, connect to that Naam, the Nirakar, the one that is formless, the one that has no mal, the one that is complete, immaculate. All of these other ones had peh. All of these other things, there could be hypocrisy in one thing or another, there could be misunderstanding. Connect to Naam Pyareo, connect to Sache Pacha. Sevak Sevak Karma Chadao. How does somebody actually attain that blessing? How does somebody attain that Naam then? The Sevadars, the Sevaks, the slaves, they become the lowest of the low, not by pretending to be a guru. They become the lowest of the low. You don't want to become the greatest of the great. Nicha Andar Nich Jat Nichi Huat At Nich. Why would I want to do the company of those great beings? The ones that are great in this world. Because Paramatma takes those people that are high, throws them on the ground, and those that are low, Sache Pacha makes them the highest. Nicheo uch kare mera Gobind. Maharaj says, Sevak Sevak Karma Chadao. When the Sevadars, the Sevaks, the slaves, they do lots of seva, the mal inside of their mind goes away. Pyareo, this path to enlightenment starts from seva. You must do seva with the true intention, not pakhand, not by hypocrisy. Not by saying that, look, I'm doing Pandyandi Seva in the Gurdwara and people must see me. Look, I'm doing Chaur Sahib. People must see, oh wow, what a great person, he's been doing Chaur Sahib for an hour. People must not be seeing you. They may see you, but that should not matter to you. Sevak Seva, Karma Chadao, these slaves, they do Seva with such true intention that the karma, the blessings of Guru Sahib Sache Pacha, they go upon this person inside of their mind, remove all of this mal, all of this filth, and they take them to this state. Once you rise above, you realize that even within this time, even within the Kadiyan, the Pehers, and the Chand and the Suraj, the Rutta, the seasons, through the bad people, through the good people, through the righteous people, through the criminals, the good actions, the bad actions, Paramatma Sache Pacha, was you working through all of that. You become that for me. You rise above, meaning that you become one with Paramatma. You become lean in Paramatma. That is what Chadao means, Pyareo. Sevak Seva Karm Chadao. They do these good actions. They do lots of seva through the blessings of the Guru, and they attain this supreme bliss. Pinni Ran Jina Man Chao. by attaining these blessings of Guru Sache Pacha, in this dew night, they wake up on this Amrit Vela. They do not sleep in this Maya. They wake up early in the morning in this Amrit Vela. Pinni ran, jina man chao, jina andar chaya. Pyareo, many people ask, how can I wake up for Amrit Vela? The true answer is, to all of these other things that we may say, sleep early, it's true. That is all practical, yes. But you need to have a cha, you need to have a desire. If you don't have a true desire, then you won't really wake up in the morning. You won't really go after Guru Bani. Somebody says, how can I make myself want to listen to more Kirtan? Asal de vich je cha aaya na, you have a desire to do it, you will do it. You don't see the value in it. You don't see the reason why you should do it. Somebody says, how can I do my Nitnem? Sometimes my mind gets lazy. Pyareo, you don't see the value in your Nitnem. Start seeing the values. Learn from Gurbani. Learn from history. Go and spend time with Gursikhs. And by spending time with them, you will actually start seeing. You will start seeing what the value in is, because you see the amazing change in their life. Sevak sevak karma chadao. And these other Gursikhs, they see, and they also have this cha inside of them. Tina dekh mana cha uthanda hun kad pai gunatasa. Sache Pacha is saying that their entire life becomes this dew night. Their entire jivan, this is known to be one night. Think of your night, because when you wake up, night is gone. When you die from this world, your life is over. This entire night life of theirs, it becomes blessed with this nectar. Their entire life is imbued in such a way, and their entire life they have this cha, they have this desire to meet Paramatma. They are detached from this world. Those people are known to be true Sikhs. The question is, who is a Sikh? Who can learn from the Guru? Sikhi Sikhya, Gur Vichar, the person that takes the teachings of the Guru, implements them into their life and contemplates them day and night. That person is a true Sikh. That person who only looks at the Guru and dies from the rest of the world. We read in Gurbani, Murda hoye murid, na galli hovna. Who is a true disciple? Who is a true Guru? Not just by mere talking and questioning and doubting everything and just playing the leels and debating people. That's not how somebody becomes a true Gursikh. No, you must die. Murda, meaning a dead body, die to the world and be alive to your Guru. Sache Pacha says, Sikhi Sikhya, Gur Vichar, contemplate the Guru's Vichar, the Guru's Naam inside your life day and night. Nadri Karam Langaye Par, and the Guru will bless you. Guru, once they bless you, and they sit you on their boat, and they make you float across this entire terrifying world ocean, or else you down. Sache Pacha, we do this benti. Daya karo kich mer upavo, dubde patthar tare. Pyareo, we are this rock which drowns in this ocean. We take all this pakhand, we get entrapped in this entanglement, and we drown within ourselves. We end up not seeing the sun. Once a rock drowns in the ocean, Pyareo, once you go to the depths of the ocean, that rock doesn't see the sun anymore. But the closer you get to the surface, the closer you get, you start beginning to see the sun. But once you're pulled out of that ocean and you float across, you experience the sun. You are living in the presence of the sun. Pyareo, this is what it means. Nadri karam langaye par. The Guru pulls you across with their blessings through their glance of grace. Agge Sache Pacha kende. The question is asked, but those people that are singing and dancing, if everything is found through the Guru, that those people are singing and dancing and spinning, that means that does absolutely nothing? Guru Nanak Dev Ji Sache Pacha, they say, yes, it's true that those people that are just doing it falsely, meaning je andron prem nahi hai, baron tusi jo marji kari challo, it means absolutely nothing. Sache Pacha here they're saying, because there are many things in this world that spin. If everything that was spinning, they would be liberated as well. They would attain mukti as well. Maharaj explains, Kollu, Charkha, Chakki, Chak. Kollu is an oil press that spins. Charkha is a spinning wheel that spins. Chakki, Chak. Chakki is the oil grinder that spins. Sorry, the grain grinder, the chakki, the one that the presses and grinds all of the grains that turns it into flour. That chakki is spinning. The chak, the potter's wheel, that is spinning as well. All of these spinning things are spinning endlessly, again and again and again. Don't they attain liberation then? Because ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੇ ਅੰਦਰ ਉਹ ਜੜ ਰੂਪ ਆ ਪਿਆਰਿਓ ਜੜ ਰੂਪ meaning it's dead on the inside. There's no chetanta. If you are not aware, if you are not experiencing Paramatma's name and not fully in love, it's different if somebody is fully drenched in Paramatma's love. ਪਿਆਰਿਓ ਉਹ ਗੱਲ ਵੱਖਰੀ ਆ. Then whatever they action that they do, ਉਹ ਵੀ ਸਾਰਾ ਪ੍ਰਵਾਨ ਹੋ ਜਾਂਦਾ. ਪਰ ਜੇ ਪਖੰਡ ਵਿੱਚ, if you're doing it outside of love and doing it to please the world and going into society, there was a song somebody was singing to me, and then it was saying that this girl does a gera, and she's spinning again and again, and look, everybody is dancing. I looked at that, and the only thing that was going on in my mind is Kullu Chakha Chaki Chaka Thalavarole Bolta Anant. Now look at these things. Thalavarole Bolta Anant, that even look, a whirlwind inside of the desert, these dust winds, they gather together and it starts spinning. These dust winds, they start spinning and they create little tornadoes in the middle of the desert. Even those are spinning. Bahut anant. There are many, many of them and they never stop spinning. Who knows how many of them there are? Pyareo, just by doing it falsely, praising the world, people are throwing money on you, going into a palace, Pyareo. According to Gurmukh, dancing is manmat. That's what Sache Pacha is saying. If you're doing it falsely, if you're singing and dancing according to Paramatma in the love, oh sara pravanya, par pyareo, oh Maharaj kende, naach re man gurkh aa gaye. Oh Guru de andar man nachda ya. Pyareo, if you're just dancing for this world and doing it for people pleasing, pyareo, that is not what is going to attain that liberation. Because many things in this world they spin and they spin endlessly. If you want to dance, harjan nacho, har dance by truly singing and praising Akal Purkh, by contemplating Akal Purkh. All other dancing, nacha tappe, bahut dukh paave. Sache Pacha, they explain. Nachya tappya bhagat na hoye. Just by dancing, by singing and dancing around and tappana and jumping around all in directions, at the end, you attain a lot of dukh. In this world, you people cry, and then ਜਦੋਂ ਜਮਦੂਤਾਂ ਦੇ ਦਰ ਤੇ ਜਾਓਗੇ, when you go in front of ਧਰਮਰਾਜ, ਉਦੋਂ ਤਾਂ ਦੁੱਖ ਪੈਣਾ ਹੀ ਪੈਣਾ ਕਿਉਂਕਿ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਨਾਮ ਨੂੰ ਚੇਤੇ ਨਹੀਂ ਕੀਤਾ. ਕਰ ਗੁਣ ਪਛੋਤਾਵਣਾ. Here Sache Pacha is explaining, ਪਿਆਰਿਓ, ਕੋਲੂ ਚਰਖਾ ਚੱਕੀ ਤੱਕ ਚੱਕ ਥਲ ਵਰੋਲੇ ਬਹੁਤ ਆਨੰਦ ਲਾਟੂ ਮਾਦਾਣੀਆਂ ਅਣਗਾਹ. Look at all these tops. These tops, they're spinning. Madaniya Angad. All of these things, even the Madaniya, they're spinning endlessly. Then Sache Pacha explains, Pankhi Pondya Lerna Sa. Even if you look at the Pankhi, the birds, you look at the birds, the kabutars, the pigeons, the parrots. One example is, there's a parrot. He is tied with a string to a pole. And when this parrot spins around and around in circles, everybody in the circus laughs and they say, look, the parrot is just spinning around in circles. But the parrot doesn't attain liberation either. He's dancing around as well. Then another example is, look, there are pigeons and hawks. Everybody is just spinning around in circles, many around their prey again and again and again. Pankhi pondya lerna sa. They don't even take a breath, because these other dancers, they take breaths while they dance. They take breaks. But this parrot, these birds, these pankhis, they don't take breaks. They just keep on spinning again and again and again. Then there's a ride. A stick, a peg is put into the ground. A string is tied and children spin around this again and again and again. These children are spinning around and again and again. Nanak Paundya Ant. And in this way, pyareo, they do not find an end. They spin endlessly again and again and again. They do not truly find that love. They don't find that understanding. It doesn't matter how many times they spin. Pata nahi lagda, bujya nahi janda how many times they spin. Nanak paundya ganat na ant. Sache Pacha then says, Bandhan band pavaye soye. Paya kirtana chaisa koye. E sare bandhan hai pyareo. Somebody is dancing, they may be dancing for just money. Rotiyan karan pura hai tal. Somebody is dancing for pleasing the world. Somebody is dancing because they are trying to go and please the world and just fit in with the world. Now Sache Pacha is going to explain, even dancing just for yourself, is sara manda parshama. This is your own mind's desire. This is not what the Guru's desire is. People have named dancing into culture, sabhyachar, but dancing for alcohol and girls and this, because your girls are going and dancing, the guys are going and dancing. Pyareo, I've faced this with many young girls that come and ask. They say, we have to go to the reception party. All these girls, they're wearing makeup and dresses and they're going and dancing and people are doing everything to show off to the other people, and it's become a social custom. We go there and then we feel that we must fit into this. How do we go? How do we go about this? All of these things that are happening, Pyaro, these are having a negative influence. You could be wearing a chola on one side, holding a kirpan on one side. In the morning, you hold a kirpan, you stand in front of Guru Granth Sahib Ji Sache Pacha, you wear a chola, the Bani is being read, and you say, the habbe sa kudave dtheto palla tenda lagi, that I renounce the rest of the world. I've attached onto the Guru's palla. I don't care what the world thinks. And then in the evening, then you go and you just start dancing again. And then you're going and you pleasing the world. You're going that this is what the world's custom is. Pyareo Sache Pacha here explaining, it's all your mind's desires. You're saying, but can't we just do it? It's just, I just want to do it. My Guru is nirvad, my Guru won't judge me. Pyareo, it's not about the Guru is judging you. It has nothing to do with that. This is based on your own karma. You create your own karma. You are going to walk towards the Guru, or you're going to walk away from the Guru. Bandhan band pavaye soy. Look at all of these things. They're stuck inside of this entanglement. Look at this entire world. Everything is doing its own task. But if you look at it based on its own actions, karmi apo apne ke neda ke dur. Through some actions, some people are brought close. Through their actions, some people walk away from the Guru. Everybody is doing their own, based on their own purable actions, based on their own past actions that they've done. They create their future actions. So we can't blame and we can't push people. We can't force people to do what they can't do, because Sache Pacha is explaining that look at even these fake gurus that are dancing around. They must be getting animals or other things to dance in the previous lives. They must have done something in which now in their life they have to do this. They're just doing their actions. But one thing to understand, this entire creation is a karma bhumi. Is a place, keep that word in mind, karma bhumi, is this entire realm in which actions take place. It's a game of actions. That's all it is. It's a game of karmas. That's what this world is. That's what Sache Pacha is explaining to us in this body. Everybody is dancing in their own kirt, based on their own karmas. Nach nach hassa challa se roye. Many people dance. Oh, nachde hasde, look at these false gurus. They're falsely laughing and putting on a show, and they're laughing. But when they realize that nobody gave them money, then they go and cry. What was the point of doing all of that? We didn't even gain any money. But Pyareo, you could be dancing and laughing in this world as well. Well, when it comes time to go and leave this world, and you die in this world, because all you did was dance and laugh and go and please people and do social experiments and live in the world socially. Keep in mind, I'm not condemning having a social life, but do a social life in the right way. Sit and contemplate Paramatma and live in it righteously. Don't go in entanglements. That's a different topic. By dancing and laughing in this world, when it comes time to go, they all cry at the end. They all weep in the end. Just by doing this, they don't attain all of these great padaviyan. They can't just fly, and nor do they attain all of these great siddhiyan. They don't attain spiritual powers just by doing all of this, nor did they attain any way to rise above. They didn't get liberated. Mukti nahi pai. They weren't able to rise above this world, Pyareo. Nachan kuddan man ka chao. This is just manda cha, manda parshama. It's a reflection of your own mind's desires. Nachan kuddan man ka cha. This is not the Guru's cha. This is not what Paramatma is telling you what to do. Your own mind's desires are telling you to go into all of these entanglements. Pyareo, controlling your mind's desires is the very first form of discipline. Controlling your eyes. Akhin dekhna rajiyan bahurang tamase. Rupe ka main dosti. Through your eyes, what you see, whatever you hear, that is what your desires are. That is how your desires grow. You create your own desires. Not, you can't just say, this is my mind's desire, because you go in that environment, because you listen to those songs, you play those on YouTube, you sit in front of those movies, you watch these things, they go inside your mind, and that becomes what you want, and that becomes your desire. Nachan kudan man ka cha, this is just your mind's desire. Nanak jin man pao te na man pao. Jinnah de man de vich asal vich guru da pੈ pa gaya. Those people that are living in the loving fear, the maryada of Sache Pacha Pyareo, the Khalsa has its maryada. Guru Granth Sahib Ji Sache Pacha has a maryada. If you are Gursikh, Pyareo, be living in maryada. Don't be going after your mind's desires. Sometimes we don't understand. We say maryada. We don't understand maryada. But Pyareo, loving fear, living according to what Guru Sahib Sache Pacha is saying. Sache Pacha is saying, turn and walk straight. You're saying, no, I want to walk left. Sache Pacha is saying, no, respect me. Live according to my hukam. If I'm saying walk this way, walk towards me. Pyareo, oh my beloved child, walk towards me. I'm giving you this prerna. I'm giving you this positive force from all sides. Pyareo, we sometimes, because of our own intellects and because of our own buddhi, we justify a lot of things. Just because you can give dalila. Hai na? Mukh chhoot babukhan. Sarang, we read in Gurbani. Muh de naal we have, just because we have a mind's desire, we start justifying that desire, but in Gurbani it doesn't say this and then doesn't say that. Where is it written? Where is it this other person does it, or this celebrity does it? Why can't I do it? You know, we mukh chhoot babukhan sarang, something that is false. We put many daleels and many proofs to it, logics to it, and we try to put it to the world and we say, look, it is, and we justify it to our mind. But this is just our mind's desire. And Amara says that if you want to walk this path, Man ki mat tyago harjan eha baat khrani. This is a very difficult task to do, to renounce your intellect. Muna nityan kudan man ka chao, nanak jin man pao, te na man pao. Only those that have that loving fear, respect for the hukam of Paramatma, they see this entire creation through the Guru's blessing. They've done good action, the Guru has blessed them, and they started seeing that loving fear for Paramatma, that maryada for Paramatma, living in constant remembrance of death. They only those experience love. Even though, Pyareo, we even justify, we can do all of these actions, we can dance, we can whatever, we can drink, we can swear, we can watch movies and do whatever we want, and even watch pornography. Some people, they justify. They say, well, we can do all of these things because you only need love for Paramatma. You know, they might even quote. They might say, Sach kahun sun le ho sabay jin prem ki otin hi prapayo. They say only those that attain love, not strict people like you. Those people, Pyareo, I'm not saying this with strictness. I'm saying this out of love for my young brothers and sisters and those people out there. It hurts me when I see people going into these entanglements, and then they go into anxiety, depression, and then after doing all of this, then they say, I want to attain my Guru, but then they've already gone into these entanglements. It's very hard for them to get out of this. It hurts me to see that. Therefore, if I've gone through these things, I've seen these things, many of my other brothers and elders, Guru Sahib knows better. Forget us, forget me. My Guru knows better than all of this. My Guru is saying that Nachan kuddan man ka chao, nanak jan man pao, tina man pao. Those people that have this loving fear and respect for the Guru, they experience this. Only those people experience love. If you want to attain Sach kahun sun leho sabay jin prem ki otin hi prapayo, to hai prasad soiye. The sari Bani is condemning. It's a condemning pakhand, condemning hypocrisy. That by doing these things, it's saying the same thing that this Paudi is saying, Pyareo. To attain love, Sache Pacha is saying, Pੈ bin bhakt na hovai, naam na lagay pyar. Without true loving fear, like we read in the previous body, you cannot attain true love. You have to have respect for that love to grow. But now Sache Pacha is saying, to attain that love, through this love, in this body, Sache Pacha says, Now tera nirankar hai, na ilaya nark na jaiya. This Naam of Paramatma, that is Akal Purkh themselves. Don't think Naam and Paramatma are two different things. This world that you see, this Qudrat, that is Akal Purkh working through this Qudrat. Aap ne aap sajiyo, aap ne rachiyo now. Dui Qudrat sajiyo. First Naam was, Akal Purkh themselves existed. Their Naam was created. And then through that Naam, the rest of the Qudrat, all of the creation came afterwards. Your Naam is you. Now tera nirankar hai. It is your form of your formless. Nai leya narkana jaya. And when we connect to this formless form, this pure immaculate form of you, when we connect to this Naam, we don't have to go into nark. We don't go into pain. We don't have to go into suffering. We don't go into hell, pyareo. Jio pind sab tisda de khaje aak gwayi. If this entire creation is created through you, anything that our body, even this jio pind, this body of our jio pind sab tisda, evi thodaya, all the breath in our life, all the breath in our body, the things that come in and out, the food that goes in and out, evi thodaya. Why would we say and get entangled in this world and say dawa that this is mine, that this property is mine, this wealth is mine, these people are mine, these followers are mine? Pyareo, this is all a man da desire. Jio pind sab tisda sara thodaya tera tujhko सौंप दे क्या लग है मेरा, है ना? ਆਪਾਂ ਬਾਣੀ ਵਿੱਚ ਪੜ੍ਹਦੇ ਹਾਂ, ਕਬੀਰ ਮੇਰਾ ਮੁਝ ਮੈਂ ਕਿਛ ਨਹੀਂ, ਜੋ ਕਿਛ ਹੈ ਸੋ ਤੇਰਾ. Everything is yours, nothing is mine. Jio pind sab tisda de khaje aak gwayi. So everything is actually yours. Then why don't we give to others before we eat ourselves? Why don't we do these good actions of donating to others, by helping others out, instead of being selfish and rotiyan karan pura tal, instead of just doing everything for our own selves, being selfish in that way? No. De khaja, give to others. De khaja, then eat. Don't eat and then whatever is left, then give it to others. Pyare, if you want to truly pursue the panth, Maharaj in Gurbani say, daan diyo in hi kapalo ar aan ko daan na lagat niko. If I'm going to give daan, if I'm going to donate to anything, I'm going to donate to that Paramatma, that Akal Purkh's Fauj that is going to be delivering righteousness as well, that Khalsa Panth, to a true righteous action. De khaja aak gwayi. And then once you give it, don't say that, oh, I gave this so much to this person. This is your own pakhand as well. This is your own ego coming out. They're saying, look, I donated $5 million, guys. Hey, guys, I donated $100 over here. Because once you claim it, that I did this great action, because then you lose all of that value. Don't claim it. Je loda changa apna, if you want the best for yourself, kar punno neech sadaiya. Do great actions, but how? Don't say that I'm a great person, I'm doing great actions. Become the lowest of the low. Do actions in such a low way. Kar punno neech sadaiya, and say that I don't know how to do anything. Do seva, but saying I'm just a garib. Do gurbani vichar. Do kirtan, but say that I don't know how to sing. We read in Bani, rasna rasleela nahe binti bakhano kaise. That how can I recite this Guru Bani? How can I recite kirtan? I don't even know how to sing. I don't have even a rasleela voice. I don't know anything about rags and singing beautiful melodies. Nahi. How can I sing your praises? Pyaro nimarta. Become the lowest of the low. Grab onto the feet of the Sad Sangat. Pehla maran kabul jeevan ki shad aas. Ho sabna ki reen ka. Become the lowest, become the dust of all. Tao hamara paas. This is the path of love. Kar punno, do great actions, but consider yourself to be very low. Consider that you've done nothing. How have you done anything? You've only given those things that are actually Paramatma's itself. None of it was yours to begin with. Je jarwana parahra, because in this world, nothing is yours. Do great actions with this in mind. The property that you keep, that is not going to be yours. It's going to go as well. The wealth that you keep, that's going to go as well. Even your body, even your breath, the face, the wrinkles. I remember reading an article about this one woman who said that she had not smiled in 40 years. I was shocked when I read that. She was so afraid that she will get wrinkles on her face. So for 40 years, she didn't smile. She put on cream, so she didn't want wrinkles on the side of her eyes, so she didn't smile. Imagine that type of life, pyareo. Je jarwana parhara, jarves karendi aya. No matter, even if you try to avoid jarwana, old age, you try to avoid death, you try to avoid your body growing old, you can put on creams, you can put on makeup, and you can hide it on your face. You can hide your faults on your face, but you're attaching yourself to the wrong thing. You can dye your hair black again. You can dye your hair and stop it from turning white. But the old age is going to show in other parts of your body anyways. It's going to start showing in your hands, the wrinkles on your face. It's going to start showing in your voice. It's going to start showing in your structure of your body. It's going to start showing in your energy. It's going to start showing when you can't walk and you can't run in that way anymore. It's going to start showing in your eyes and the way you think. You cannot hide away from it. Jarves karindiya. It's going to come anyways. Ko reh na pariya paiya. There is a measurement that is known as a paiya. That was known that when you measure grains and you give it out, this paiya of yours is known to be the smallest measurement out of other three measurements. The smallest measurement, meaning that your breath is not that much. Your life is actually not that big. Keep value to it. No one's going to remain when your time is up. When your paiya, this measurement of measuring these grains, like for example, an example that we can think of is like a cup of measurement. When we make a cake or when we are making pancakes, we fill a cup of flour and we measure it. When your breaths, when your time has fully reached its level and has fully reached the top of how much it's meant to be, at that point, you will not remain, anything of yours will not remain, and everything in this world has a time. Everything is revolving. Everything is revolving, it's all revolving around time. Once this time has come to an end, pyareo, nothing in this world is to remain. So pyareo, har hira ratan hai, mina man tan vida, it's reached and been placed in my heart. I've realized now that this entire wondrous play of yours is amazing. I've realized that I found my true sajjan who's taught me, who's made me into the form of Paramatma. This was done through my good actions. So do good actions. Don't attach yourself to this world of the false. Attach yourself to the truth. So pyareo, inniyan bentiyan kardiyan. एक नहीं अनेक प्रकार दी गलतियां होगी ना made many mistakes. So प्यारे please forgive me. सारी संगत गज वज के फतेह बुलाओ. वाहिगुरु जी का खालसा, वाहिगुरु जी की फतेह.